Hey guys, what's up? It's coming back to ya with another episode of Car Rides Witchlaw, and this morning we definitely pulled it off. I think, if anything, my loose prediction is that we're likely going to be too early. So, yeah, that's my prediction. I think we're gonna end up being a little bit too early because I'd wanted to get gas today, and that usually means like we start to hit this limit where the guy's like not open or whatever. So I like to leave like a little bit later, but we actually got out, woke up basically at the perfect time, which perfect time is probably like 4:45 or like 4:50. So anyways, but yeah, I think the caveat to that is that I'll probably be too early, so we will take our time driving, especially if there's nobody behind me. But I'm looking forward to, for the first time this week, actually getting to work on time. Hopefully there won't be any traffic. I'm finally here, pretty bright and early, as I should. And yeah, my hands are extremely cold. What I wanted to, what I've been wanting to do for a long time is get a second pair of these gloves that are the larger size, um, so that I can have like thin gloves on underneath and these on over top. Little strategy I've thought of. And then my wrist gaiters, they're lost. I lost them in my room, and I just randomly saw one the other day, and so I left it where it was as a clue. But I'm very confused about the wrist gaiter mystery. Like I have no idea how they got like that or why, and it's very sad and frustrating that I lost my wrist gaiters. So trying to be on the lookout for that, you know. I'm trying to be, but who knows? But yeah, so I guess we can take things slow this morning. Of course, it really just depends on the other people around me if they'll let me. Um, yeah, I don't really know. Oh, you know what I was thinking about though? I hadn't thought about it in a while, but I think a couple months ago I talked about this on a car ride switch law. It's basically like the generation of lost nostalgia where people now like are not gonna have retrievable nostalgia. Um, I think roughly my generation is gonna be the last one that actually has a coherent nostalgia, because now it's like with short form content and everything, it's going to be nearly impossible to retrieve like half of the stuff you've even glossed over. So you can't, like, you don't really have much nostalgia for things you can't remember anyway. Like, that's not. I almost think that, and I mean, it's sort of unfair, but, well, there's actually two sides to this argument. I was about to say, if somebody has poor memory and they're not really good with remembering things, that they probably shouldn't be using TikTok. Like, they probably should not be allowed to use short form content, because it's just, I mean, if your memory's already bad, your attention span's already bad. Like, I can't really imagine how um, being allowed to engage in short form content is a good idea at all. On the other hand, though, there is this argument to be made that some of those people with poor attention span or poor memory, maybe they would just be that way anyway, and that's sort of their fate in this reality, where it's like at least they have an outlet now. Because for a long time, people like that didn't really have an outlet, you know. But I think that's a little bit of a weaker argument to my first point. I think maybe you could argue TikTok being like a good or not a good but like an okay form of time if somebody was really capable of like remembering everything they saw, and they were really able to be grateful for it and things like that. I think that like that could be okay. um but I just don't know that that happens with pretty much anybody who uses the app. Like, I think most people who use the app, it's recklessly. It's like you're just paging through stuff, and there's no there's no like gratitude, or there's no like awareness of humanity and how far humanity's come, and how we like how absurd it is that you're even able to engage in content or a platform like that. I mean, there's so much going on with short form content. But yeah, I mean, the most tragic thing is kind of like lost nostalgia, or I'll even qualify it as simplified nostalgia, where you're seeing often low quality edits of things made with recognizable characters, but that don't really mean anything. They don't have any association with said character, and they have no connection with like whatever original company had made said character. Um, so yeah, there's a lot there as well. I think there's a lot there to like bring up, talk about. Um, And that's kind of what you're seeing. I mean, we still see the prevalence of iconic characters from TV shows, but it's like you don't really it's not going to be the same degree of nostalgia. Cuz I'm trying to think of like how it might work nowadays. I mean, maybe people see like clips from shows, from old shows, but I don't know. Well, and it's possible some people also watch shows, but I just think more people watch shows as like a background noise thing now. I don't think as many people are actually just sitting down and like watching a show. Like I don't really think that's going on in like a large scale way. So, yeah, I don't know. That's just like that's the main thing that I'm thinking of right now. I don't. So yeah, it's like that limited or lost nostalgia where, and I just don't know how what that does to a person, because I kind of already partially feel it. In some ways, it's like because I started to watch YouTube a lot, and that was when I was about. I mean, I started watching YouTube heavy when I was 14, probably. And then that was kind of like my gateway out of video games, because now it was like in comparison video games just weren't like hitting, and it's sad, but I mean it's true. Like the internet, broadly speaking, and it just made it so that a video game to me seemed like useless. It didn't seem like something that was worth my while. Um, I don't know that I was consciously thinking that, but I know at the time, based on how I was feeling and what I was, my actions, I know that that's what I was subconsciously, I know that's what I was like, that, I know that's what was going on. It was just a different, um, degree of dopamine, is just possible from the internet. And you can't compete. You can't compete with just like now, like a simple video game. It's just not going to excite a person in the same way anymore. But what I'm saying is there already is some lost nostalgia for me because there's certain videos I watch that are long gone. You know, YouTube channels that got deleted, and all kinds of stuff that's just like lost. It's not really, and to me, like, it's really sad. And if I would have known that that would have happened, I would have been archiving channels and stuff. Like, I don't know. Um, but yeah, of course I had no idea. Of course, I just didn't know that that would have happened. I didn't really think about it, and so here we are. No, no, I'm not really happy with this person behind me, so it kind of fouled up my perfect stopping at the stop sign. Where was I getting at with what I was talking? Yeah, no, but it's this whole lost nostalgia thing and how I kind of partially know that because, like, there is a period of my life where it's just like it's hazy, like it's not. It became crazier, um, and you don't really remember what you're doing. And I wasn't even doing any short form content, but I still think even long form YouTube, there's just too many videos, and you can't possibly remember, and it's just like I think it weighs on you. Whereas like my memories from a childhood were, they were long form memories. They were substantial. They were serious. They were of characters from video games or movies or TV shows that shaped me, that I thought about, that affected me. And then like the way it is now, it's just like you don't have the time or you don't have the patience or something like that. I mean, that's like what everybody says. Everybody says they don't have the time. But that's obviously not really the problem. It's not that we don't have enough time. I mean, we really have more time than ever before. Like, it's like we didn't have the ability to even do half of the things we do now at the speed that we do it, if that makes sense. And this is putting to aside like the fact that you have to work more hours than ever before just to make ends meet. Like obviously for those people they have less free time than they did before. And I'm very aware of that, and I've talked about how, that's not really fair and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, there is for a lot of people effectively less free time because they really like they have to work 2 or 3 jobs, and that's just their life. And I don't know where I was going with that. A little bit tired. My sleep was actually great, but it was only 7 hours, and I've wanted to do more like 7.5 or 8. So it's like it is what it is. But yeah. Yeah, like I don't know, I feel like hitting 8, it's not something I can usually do. So I don't know, but I think 7.5, I think that is like a serious goal for me. I just don't know that I could be hitting 8 at this point, like consistently. I think it would start to like mess up my cycle, and I would start to like not be tired enough at bedtime. But like I don't know for sure, but also in order to get 8 hours of sleep, I mean, I would literally just like come home and go straight to bed, which is not that's not exactly the healthiest lifestyle. So, already as is, I'm pushing it. Oh, anyways, yeah. So I've kind of seen both sides of that, where it's like there is a lot of things that I've done or watched, like I don't even remember doing, and I guess that's always been the case. But it's different when you do have like a concrete memory and nostalgia for certain things in such a detail, and then as you get older, it's much weaker. It's much weaker. And the other thing too that's most interesting about that is I could almost argue I had more time as a teenager. Like, I don't know if, I mean, probably not. Like, probably when I was a child, it was probably, I guess I probably had more time, but you also didn't really have as much freedom. And yeah, like I don't, so I almost want to say like I did have more time as a teenager, and I also had more freedom and more ability to do things that I wanted to do, and yet people still say there's no time. Why is this perception that we have no time? I really think it's due to basically no boredom. Like I mean, people say they're bored nowadays. They will verbally express that, like they're bored, but I don't know that that is actually like a real deep emotion that they're feeling. If that makes any sense, like I don't know. I don't know if it's a real or deep emotion or thing that they're feeling. They might just be slightly bored and then in a couple minutes find something to occupy them. Like, you know what I mean? I really feel like people largely are not bored anymore. That's just kind of like a whole thing that I believe, and I think it's pretty true. Um, I just do. So yeah, you think about how you could solve these problems, because they are problems, and I always have to talk to people about this. It's like everybody likes to just say, well, to each their own, blah, blah, but they're not looking into that certain opinions, perspectives, and lifestyles have real consequences. So, many people, many people just say, oh, well, who am I to judge? Like, I'm not. But it's because people are not able to quantify and see how maybe something is like a real problem, for example. And, you know, but they can't see it, so they take the nice approach, which the nice approach is just, oh, well, who to judge? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that whole vibe and mentality about it. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I guess I could get. No, I think getting gas today makes the most sense. It just usually falls like unoptimally. It's hard to get things exact, but I think, like, ideally, because I always get gas before work, which that actually doesn't even make a ton of sense necessarily, because it really, I'm trying to think of what I want to say about that, because it, like, doesn't really make a difference. Like, I guess I want to be able to come home earlier or something, but it really doesn't make any sense. Like, maybe I think it's just the way I have to take if I want to. But, like, maybe I should start doing that, because yeah, like, I don't even know. That's just how I'm feeling right now when I'm thinking about it. Like, maybe it would be better to just get gas on the way home, as opposed to, I mean, I'm not gonna, I don't, well, I guess I could make like a last second rash decision right now. Um, it might not be an awful idea. I just don't like doing stuff so hasty. And I'm almost at the exit, I think, that I, would need to do one or the other. So I just think it's too short notice for me to, like, make such a rash decision now. But I wonder if transitioning to just getting gas after work would make more sense. I don't know why. I don't know why I don't consider it. Um, because again, I just think about, like, I don't want to be coming home and having to do it, but it's only a few minutes, and it doesn't matter, because, like, I'm still losing time as a result of needing to go there now, and it's losing the same amount of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think for this morning, it's sad because, like, I'm kind of interested in doing it, but it's just too, like, last minute for me. So I don't know that I can really pull that off. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's just a tough thing. But I'm starting to think, I mean, really, the truth is, it's the way that that would be going home doesn't make as much sense. So that's really what the problem is. It's coming home would not. Uh, I I think it would take longer to get home. I mean, it may not though. It may be marginal. So like, I guess that's why. Whereas like this way, it takes longer, but this way takes longer, but it's like maybe it's this way would be shorter actually. I think it's close to the same time. It's just the way I usually go, it's probably just easier. Like it's just like highways. Oh. I honestly don't know, but we're making the decision today, obviously, because, you know, because I'm already going to the gas station now. um, yeah, I'm trying to think about. Yeah, I should get my wallet ready because I had been doing that and then I stopped doing that, and it's just kind of stupid because it does save me a little bit of time. Of course, it may not matter because we're getting there so early that I kind of think that they're just not going to be open, to tell you the truth. But I don't know, like it's weird because like that one day I was waiting there, but then other days he's been there, so you don't know what to expect. But my hopes right now are low, like just being honest, they're just low. Um, all right, card is ready. Yeah, I'm cutting it. I'm very early. I, I wouldn't have ideally got here this early, but it's just like one of those things. Like it just happens. Like you wake up at the right time. You're outside. Nothing goes wrong, and of course, like it would have been great if today was yesterday, but you know, I didn't really realize how bad the timing was that I was. Whoa, that's kind of stressful. Um, yeah, I guess I didn't realize like the timing. Well, no, I realized it, but again, I mean, it's just like how it is. So hopefully luck's on our side, but like I said, I kind of want to look into their hours because I don't even know how late they're open, so it might be like too late when I'm coming home. Um, yeah, I'm not sure, but we'll find out. I mean, we're pretty much gonna be here right when I guess I would ideally be here. So if he is open right now, we're gonna be in great shape, but kind of doubt it. Kind of doubt it, sadly. Yeah, I don't see that the lights are on. Well, we're just gonna be waiting. We're just gonna be waiting. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. Had a little bit of a high hope about it, but it's just it's just hard to get that lucky, I guess. I don't know. So we're gonna be waiting here for a bit, I guess. It's just annoying because like this place is never they're never like on time. You know, like they should probably just put their opening time as like a little bit different. I think one time they were on time. Or like I don't even know if they were actually on time. But they were sort of on time, I guess. Guess that's a good way to put it. Yeah, it's just weird, man. Like you know, you have hope. You have a lot of hope. But I guess I didn't really have that much hope, but you know, I was hoping for something. There's some guy here though. That's kind of what's weird. There's like two guys here, but I guess they could just be here for I don't know that they're affiliated with the owner of the place or whatever. But yeah, it's just a shame. Like I really could have. Yeah, I think these guys were just in a truck, but they were just here, but they don't got anything to do with anything. Well, to talk about, what to talk about. Yeah, I probably should have just. I'm probably gonna need to just start getting gas on the way home because I just don't think it's worth it. I've been put in this situation too many times. It's just been too many times. Like I don't. What were we actually talking? Because we might as well be talking. Rather, we might as well be talking rather than complaining. Um. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Um. Yeah, I mean this is just no good. It's just no good. But it's definitely happened before. Been in the same circumstance where, he's late. Like they're supposed to be open now and they're not. Oh, what? Yeah, boredom and how, it's like people feel like we don't have much time anymore, but that's really not true. Like we likely have a better ability to do and execute tasks in a faster and or superior way than in the past. I just think that the amount of decisions and the amount of choices, it is intoxicating to us. And so we just get distracted in that. We lose sight of, in the past we were just able to sit down and do something, you know. Just able to sit down and do something. But now it's like you can't just sit down and do something. Yeah, let's check the hours of this place to see if I could. Um yeah, I should probably just come after work. I should probably just come after work. Yeah, I mean, that's like the whole thing is like, should I right now? Yeah, because it's like crazy. I've already lost about 8 minutes of pay. Do you think I should just call it and go? I mean, if I knew he was going to be here soon, that would just be a totally different story. But yeah, I don't know. I think, is that the guy? Yeah, I think he just showed up. So, all right. Well, no need to leave now. I mean, that's it's okay time, and we'll get to work at an okay time, I guess. But because I thought that was yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy. But yeah, he's just late. I mean, he's late like a lot. I mean, if I owned a gas station, I would be on time. Like I would not be doing what this Joker does all the time. This Joker. I think I'm honestly gonna start coming after work. Or at least we're gonna try it once. Like I don't know how I'm really gonna feel about it, but I think we're gonna at least try. Anyways, I'm gonna get ready, so I will be right back. Hey guys, what's up? It's coming back to ya with another episode of Car Ride. Nah, it's not another episode. Sorry, I just had to do that. Um, yep, pretty good. I mean, I can't complain too much, but we're not really gonna get to work at a super great time, so that is not super fun. But yeah, what can you do? Looks like they didn't really plan. Whatever. Anyways, ooh. Anyways, so yeah. Lost nostalgia, memory, interest, time. But yeah, no, I really, that is something I think that it's like we really don't, um, it's like we do have more time. We probably spend so much more time doing and getting to do the things that we want to do. I really do think that. It's just that maybe it doesn't materialize that way because we get so intoxicated by the quantity of choice that in and of itself it becomes this this thing that's pretty well intoxicating, you know. So, yeah. Wow, I did not notice this guy being like really on my tail. But what else is new? What else is new? Right on my tail. Yeah, memory and nostalgia. No, I did actually have something like I think a good take there. It's it's just difficult for us to like we have so many possibilities and people's brains are bad at optimizing, so I guess we're relying more and more on like tech and AI systems to like just give us what we want as opposed to actually having like genuine interests because it's more efficient. I think everybody is like trying to efficiently optimize given the technological landscape that we now have. Like I think people are trying to do that. It's just with very varied success rates. I think I probably do a pretty great job, not to toot my own horn or anything, but compared to a lot of people, I think my life is very optimized for like a normal person. I mean, obviously, if I was a Nepo baby or a trust fund baby, like that would be um, a different situation. Sorry, people are. I just don't understand. It's like really close for no reason. Um, that would that would probably like I'd obviously be able to live a way more efficient life, but I'm saying given the constraints I am, which is like I have to work, I think what I'm doing is pretty well optimized. Me as a person, fairly well optimized, although, dude, what are these people doing? Oh my gosh, he. It's like the second time that happened. Somebody's like over the double yellow lines. Like I don't. What is going on? It's like literally the second time that. Um. Yeah. Wow. It's been a stressful morning for sure. Um. Yeah. It's crazy. And yeah, this guy behind me been on my tail, man. He's been on my tail. Like seriously. Chill out, man. Like these people, why do they drive like this? Just crazy, just such craziness. But anyways, we made it. I think we're just making like, relatively okay time. Like nothing too crazy. But nothing bad. Nothing bad. Good. We made it finally a somewhat reasonable time, although still really a decent amount later than I would like, but what can you do? Yeah, well. Shut everything down. Shut everything down. Well, we made it. Yeah, that seems like really strange. Because I paused it. I feel like, is it really 50? 53 minutes like that? Alright, I think it's time to go. What do you guys think? I think it's time to go. Another day. More labor. More labor. More labor. More labor. Alright, well, I think that is bid slot, and now it's time. So, see you, Schla.